You've got 3 assignments due tomorrow, a quiz to study for, and 0 motivation. Sound familiar? What if I told you there's a tool that can help you understand confusing concepts, build a study schedule, draft essays faster, and quiz you on any subject, all for free? That tool is ChatGPT, and in the next 8 minutes, I am going to walk you through exactly how to use it as a student, step by step. No fluff, just real scenarios you can use today. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use ChatGPT to understand hard topics in plain language, create personalized study plans, get feedback on your writing, and study smarter using a built-in quiz technique. Let's jump in. If you haven't already, head to chat.openIA.com
and create a free account. You can sign up with your Google account. It takes about 60 seconds. Once you're in, you'll see a simple chat bar. That's where you type your prompts, basically the instructions you give to the AI. The free version is completely fine for everything we're covering today. You don't need to pay anything. Now, let's get into the real stuff. Scenario: you rereading a chapter on cellular respiration for your biology class, and you genuinely have no idea what's happening. Classic, most. Students either read it 5 times, hoping it clicks, or they give up. Here's what you do instead. Open ChatGPT and type something like this. Explain cellular respiration to me like I am 14 years old. Use a simple analogy and keep it under 150 words. Notice what we did there. We gave it 3 things: the topic, the level we want, and a format constraint. That's the beginner formula from our main guide: role, task, context, format. ChatGPT will break it down clearly, maybe comparing your cells to tiny power plants burning fuel. Suddenly, it clicks. Now here's the pro move. Follow up by asking, now give me 3 practice questions to test if I really understand it. You just turned passive reading into active study in about 2 minutes. Don't just accept the first answer. Keep asking follow-up questions until you actually understand it. The AI won't get frustrated. Use that to your advantage. Scenario: you have a big exam in 5 days covering 4 chapters. You don't know where to start. Here's your prompt. I have a biology exam in 5 days. It covers chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can study for 45 minutes each day. Chapter 5 is my weakest topic. Build me a study plan that prioritizes my weak areas and includes short review sessions. ChatGPT will give you a day-by-day breakdown. It'll even suggest what to do during each session. You can ask it to adjust it. Maybe you have soccer practice Wednesday, so you ask it to lighten that day. This is the iteration technique. You don't have to get it perfect on the first try. Just refine it like a conversation. Save the plan by copying it into a Google Doc or your Notes app. ChatGPT doesn't have a calendar. It's your job to actually follow through. Scenario: you've written a paragraph for your English essay, but it feels weak. You don't know why. Do I unask ChatGPT to write your essay for you? That's academic dishonesty, and it won't, and help you actually learn. Instead, ask it to be your editor. Paste your paragraph and type, here is a paragraph I wrote for an essay about climate change. Please give me specific feedback on my argument structure, word choice, and how to make it more persuasive. Don't rewrite it, just tell me what to improve and why. This is a completely legitimate use of the tool. You're using it like a tutor who gives feedback, not a ghostwriter. ChatGPT will point out where your argument is weak, where transitions are missing, and suggest stronger vocabulary, all while leaving the actual writing to you. Always check with your teacher or school's AI policy. Using ChatGPT for feedback is typically fine, but submitting AI-written work as your own is not. This one's my favorite. Instead of rereading notes before an exam, do this. Quiz me on the key concepts from the American Revolution. Ask me 1 question at a time. Wait for my answer, then tell me if I'm right or wrong and explain the correct answer before moving on. ChatGPT becomes a fully interactive quiz machine, personalized to your subject, available 24/7 and infinitely patient. It'll even adjust difficulty if you ask it to.
And that is how students can use ChatGPT to study smarter, understanding tough concepts, building custom study plans, getting real feedback, and quizzing yourself before any exam. Remember, use it as a tool, not a shortcut. The goal is to actually learn, and ChatGPT makes that process faster and less painful. Part 2 of this series is for teachers and educators. I'll show you how to use AI to build lesson plans, create assessments, and save hours every week. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Now go open ChatGPT and try the quiz trick on whatever you're studying right now. You'll thank me later.
You became a teacher to make a difference, not to spend your evenings writing rubrics, differentiating worksheets, and drafting parent emails. The average teacher spends over 10 hours per week on administrative and planning tasks outside the classroom. That's time you could spend with your family, your students, or just sleeping. In this video, part 2 of our ChatGPT series, I'm going to show educators exactly how to use AI to reclaim that time. Step by step, with real prompts you can steal and use today. Here's what we're covering: building lesson plans, creating differentiated materials, generating assessments, and handling communication tasks, all in a fraction of the time it would normally take. Let's go. Scenario: you reteaching a 45-minute grade 7 science class on the water cycle tomorrow morning, and you have UN planned it yet? Here's the prompt. Act as a curriculum designer. Create a detailed 45-minute grade 7 science lesson plan on the water cycle. Include a learning objective, a 5-minute warm-up activity, 20 minutes of direct instruction with key discussion questions, a 15-minute hands-on activity using materials found in a classroom, and a 5-minute exit ticket. Align it to inquiry-based learning. Within seconds, you have a structured lesson plan. But don't stop there. This is where iteration comes in. Let's say you have 3 students with reading difficulties. Follow up with, now create a modified version of the exit ticket for students reading at a grade 4 level. 1 prompt, 1 follow-up. You've just differentiated your instruction. Always review AI-generated lesson plans and adapt them to your students' specific needs and your school's curriculum requirements. ChatGPT doesn't know your class, you do. One of the hardest parts of teaching is meeting students where they are. ChatGPT makes differentiation dramatically faster. Scenario: you need a reading passage about the French Revolution for your grade 9 history class. But you have students at 3 very different reading levels. Try this. Write a 200-word informational passage about the causes of the French Revolution. Then rewrite it at 3 different levels: grade 5 vocabulary, grade 9 vocabulary, and an advanced AP level. Keep the core facts the same. 3 differentiated texts in under a minute. You can then copy each version into your preferred platform, format it, and distribute. You can do the same for math word problems. Ask ChatGPT to give you the same problem with scaffolded hints for struggling learners and an extension challenge for advanced ones. ChatGPT works best when you give it constraints. Be specific about grade level, subject, word count, and format. Rubric writing is one of the most time-consuming tasks in teaching. Let's fix that. Scenario: you've assigned a persuasive essay and need a clear, student-friendly rubric. Create a 4-point rubric for a grade 8 persuasive essay. Categories should include argument and evidence, organization, voice and word choice, and conventions. Each level should have a clear, student-friendly description. Format it as a table. Done. You can paste this directly into a Google Doc or print it. For multiple choice quizzes, try generate 10 multiple choice questions on the causes of World War I for a grade 10 history class. Include 1 correct answer and 3 plausible distractors for each. Add an answer key at the end. That's a quiz ready to review and use. No more staring at a blank page. Always read through AI-generated assessments carefully. Occasionally, ChatGPT will include a factual error. You're the subject matter expert, not the AI scenario. You need to email a parent about a student's declining performance, but you want to be sensitive, professional, and constructive, not sound like you're just reporting bad news. Here's your prompt. Write a professional and empathetic email to a parent about their grade 6 child who has been struggling to submit assignments on time. Mention that I'd like to schedule a meeting to discuss support strategies. Keep the tone warm, not alarming. Around 150 words, ChatGPT writes a draft in seconds. You review it, personalize a sentence or two with specific details, and send. What used to take 20 minutes of careful word choosing now takes 3. You can also use it for newsletters, back-to-school letters, professional development reflections, and even grant application drafts. Anytime you're staring at a blank page, ChatGPT is a powerful starting point. Never send AI-generated communication without personalizing it. Parents and colleagues can usually tell the difference, and the human touch matters. Here's a feature most teachers miss: custom instructions. You can find it in the settings menu. In the first box, add your context. I am a grade 8 English teacher at a public middle school. I use inquiry-based and project-based learning. My students range from grade 5 to grade 10 reading levels. In the second box, add your preferences. Always be practical and teacher-friendly. Use clear formatting. Suggest modifications for diverse learners whenever possible. Now every single prompt you type gets that context automatically. You don't have to re-explain yourself every time. That's your educator's guide to ChatGPT, lesson plans, differentiated materials, assessments, rubrics, and parent communication, all faster and with less frustration. This is not about replacing great teaching. It's about giving you more time for the parts of teaching that only a human can do. Building relationships, mentoring students, and bringing your classroom to life. Part 3 of this series is all about using ChatGPT once you leave school in the workplace. Whether you're entering your first job or pivoting careers, I'll show you how AI gives you a serious edge. The world of work is changing faster than any generation has ever seen. AI is no longer a future thing, it's already on the job. Companies are actively looking for people who know how to use it. The good news: you don't need to be a tech person to have a real edge. You just need to know how to use ChatGPT well. This is part 3 of our ChatGPT series, focusing on work, career, and professional skills. Whether you're a student, a recent grad, or someone in the middle of your career looking to level up, this video is for you. We're covering researching industries and companies, writing professional documents, preparing for job interviews, and handling workplace communication. Let's get into it. Step 1. Research like a pro. Scenario: you have a job interview at a marketing firm next week. You've never worked in marketing. You have no idea what to expect. Instead of spending 3 hours reading Wikipedia articles and getting overwhelmed, try this prompt. Act as a career coach. Give me a beginner-friendly overview of the digital marketing industry key roles. Skills employers look for, current trends in 2024, and what entry-level positions typically look like. Then suggest 5 smart questions I could ask in an interview to show I've done my research. In one prompt, you get industry context, vocabulary to sound informed and ready to use interview questions. That's hours of research condensed into 30 seconds. You can also ask it to explain any confusing industry jargon. If someone mentions CAC or ROAS in your interview and you have no idea what that means, just ask ChatGPT beforehand. ChatGPT's training data has a knowledge cutoff, so for very recent news or specific company details, verify with a quick Google search. Use ChatGPT for frameworks and context, and live search for up-to-the-minute facts. Step 2. Writing your resume and cover letter. Scenario: you're applying for a project coordinator role. You have some relevant experience, but you're not sure how to frame it, and your cover letter sounds like everyone else's. Here's what you do. Copy the job description, then paste it into ChatGPT with this prompt. Here's a job posting for a project coordinator role. Here are my key experiences. I managed a group project at university. I volunteered coordinating events for 200 people. And I have experience using spreadsheets and scheduling tools. Write me a tailored professional cover letter that connects my experience to the specific requirements. Keep it under 300 words and avoid generic phrases like "I am a passionate professional." This is one of the most powerful real-world uses of ChatGPT. It helps you tailor every application to a specific job, which dramatically increases your chances of getting noticed. For your resume, try it. Review these resume bullet points and rewrite them using strong action verbs and quantified results where possible. Then paste your existing bullet points and let it strengthen them. The cover letter is a starting draft. Always personalize it with a specific detail about the company or role to show you've done real research. Generic AI output gets spotted quickly. Step 3. Interview preparation. Scenario: you have a video interview in 48 hours. You're nervous and you've never done a structured behavioral interview before. Type this: I have a job interview for a marketing coordinator role. At a mid-sized company, the role involves project management, communication, and working with cross-functional teams. Act as an interviewer. Then move to the next question. You now have a full mock interview session completely personalized to your role. Available anytime with instant, honest feedback. You can follow up by asking, "What's the STAR method, and can you show me how to apply it to my answer about that team conflict question?" ChatGPT will walk you through structuring your answers clearly and convincingly. Practice out loud, not just in your head. Use ChatGPT for structure, but practice your actual delivery in front of a mirror or with a friend. Step 4. On-the-job communication. Once you're hired, ChatGPT becomes an incredibly useful daily co-pilot for workplace communication. Here are 4 real-world use cases. 1. Professional emails. Scenario: you need to follow up with a client who missed a deadline, but you don't want to sound passive-aggressive. Write a professional follow-up email to a client who missed our agreed deadline for content delivery. The tone should be firm but understanding. Ask for a new timeline and offer to jump on a call if there are blockers. Keep it under 100 words. ChatGPT generates a perfectly worded email. 2. Meeting summaries. Paste your rough meeting notes into ChatGPT and ask, "Turn these rough notes into a clean meeting summary with action items, owners, and deadlines clearly listed." 3. Presentation outlines. Create a 10-slide presentation outline for a quarterly report on our team's performance. Include slide titles and 3 bullet points per slide. The audience is senior leadership who want concise data, not long explanations. 4. Handling difficult conversations. If you need to give critical feedback, request a raise, or push back on a decision, ChatGPT can help you frame your message professionally. Ask it to review what you plan to say and suggest a more diplomatic way to phrase it. ChatGPT is a communication assistant, not a replacement for human judgment. Use it to draft, then always review with your own professional instincts. Step 5. Fact-checking and staying critical. This is non-negotiable, especially in a professional context. ChatGPT can be wrong. It can confidently state incorrect statistics, attribute quotes to the wrong person, or miss recent developments because of its training cutoff. In school, you lose marks. At work, you could damage your credibility. The rule is simple. Anything factual, data, dates, names, legal information gets verified from a primary source before you use it professionally. Use ChatGPT for structure, brainstorming, and drafting. Use verified sources for facts, wrap-up, and series conclusion. ChatGPT is not a magic answer machine. It's a thinking partner. Give it context, iterate on your prompts, fact-check what matters, and always bring your own brain to the table. The people who get the most out of AI are not the ones who use it to do their thinking for them. They're the ones who use it to think better, faster, and more clearly. If this series helped you, please subscribe, share it with a student or teacher in your life, and drop a comment telling me which part was most useful for you. Thanks for watching. Now go use what you learned. Hey, before you go, you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel more than you think. And drop a comment below. Tell me what you want to see next. Stick around, your next video is waiting for you right here.